We're live.
Say hi, puppy. Hi. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're my puppy.
Puppy.
I share.
Puppy. Puppy.
My puppy.
Puppy loves.
We are live with the puppy.
Lisa's just getting set up right now. Oh, cute puppy. Hello, you
And
two.
my puppy.
Hello. Hey guys, I love the haircut, Tony, and welcome back, Lisa.
Thanks.
Lisa got a haircut too.
I did.
She chopped it.
I did.
Puppy. Hello. As soon as Lisa gets set up and shares it, we will be good to go. For right now, I'm just gonna pet the puppy.
No, my puppy.
Pet the puppy.
My puppy.
Puppy's kind of camera shy.
Puppy.
You can't keep Liz's puppy.
Yes, I can.
You really think I can't? I do what I want. Hey, howdy, hey. There's a snake in my boot.
Okay.
Well, somebody said, hey, howdy, hey. Hello.
Puppy doesn't want to go back to his mommy. He wants to stay with me.
That's right.
I'm done.
Puppy is ours now. Jaden will
My
beat you
puppy.
up. I'm
No.
bigger and stronger.
My puppy. Say hi.
I suddenly have the urge to watch the Smurfs. Hello, Lisa, Tony. Hello, hello. How are yous? Hello, hello. What's going on, everybody? Happy, I don't know what's today, Tuesday. Just popped in to say hi. Hi, Liz.
Guess what? I'm keeping your puppy. My puppy.
Yeah, Liz, I had a dream that, like, something about, like, you came back from Disneyland and you were like, I didn't know what to get you guys. And I was like, that's okay. And you were like, do you just want to keep my dog?
Yes.
And we said, okay.
I do.
So we turned that dream into a reality?
Your mommy's watching.
Yeah, your mommy's watching right now.
But I'm your
From
new,
the West Coast.
But I'm your new mommy.
From the West Coast.
My puppy.
He's like, cat doesn't do anything. No, that was a dream. That's what she
But
said.
was it?
He's like such a cat. He's lazy, but he's such a cat.
He bathes himself like a cat.
I like how he's like, gotta go Guardians in 15 minutes. Well, have fun, Liz.
Give mommy kisses.
He's been dog napped, yes. It's like funny. He's like a cat. Like when he pees or poops, he like, you know, like cat buries it. You know, he like kicks the grass back so he can like hide it.
Hi.
It's kind of funny. Hey, Randomness, what's happening? Phil, what's going on? What's going on? How's everybody doing? So, Lisa's back, as you can see.
Like a puppy.
She was gone for like 48 hours or so.
I was in PA for less than 48, but yeah, I was gone for about 48.
She was in the Philadelphia area because her cousin got married. How was the wedding?
It was fun.
Yeah?
It was really fun. My other cousin, who's his older brother, was best man, and his toast was more of a roast.
Started roasting him.
It was funny. I had a good time. I was glad I could get up there.
Yeah.
Everyone missed you, though.
Yeah?
They all said hi.
I heard Mikey missed me the most.
Mikey did miss you.
Me and Mikey are like this. We're like that. He's
We have like a bromance.
We do have a bromance.
My dog does that too. There's nothing more emasculating than picking up poop while the dog kicks dirt at you.
Exactly. It's weird, but it's cool though. He's cute when he does it. Every time he pees, I'm like, kick the grass, and then he kicks it. And I laugh. Looks like Liz not getting her dog back. Probably not. Sorry for this like glare on Lisa. We have this like sun that's like beaming right in.
Yeah.
I tried to avoid it as best as I could. But so like I said, Lisa's back now. She's been with the puppy. Puppy every day. Oh. And he's such a good boy too, to be honest with you. He's such a good dog. It would be sad to give him back on Saturday.
That's why we're not giving him back.
That's why we're not giving him back? No. With that being said, what's FTP? Oh, my shirt, FTP.
I was like, what?
I had to think about that too. It stands for the punks. Yes.
Thank you.
1977. It's just the, punk rock shirt, I guess. from a company from Etsy called For the Punks. $5 t-shirts, you know, whatever.
No, don't go.
He wants to go.
He's camera shy.
He is a little camera shy. So with that now, we are going to give you, since living here, obviously in Florida, and being only like a half hour away from the parks, and we go a lot. Like, Lisa goes about once a week. I go maybe twice a week.
It just depends.
It really depends. It stands for feed the puppy.
Feed the puppy. We
feed
tried
the
to
puppy.
feed it. He won't eat his food.
Yeah.
He wanted our shrimp.
He wants my shrimp instead. I'll have to go and get a dog. Yeah, possibly at some point. I don't know. We've talked about it many, many times. But I would love an English bulldog. But however, the heat is too bad for the bulldogs. So
Puppy sheds a lot.
yeah, the puppy does shed a lot. Sheds all over the place. It's like literally all over. So with that being said, like I said, being that we live like a half hour and we go to the parks all the time, you kind of like pick up on some tips and tricks, and we kind of want to share them with you. And a lot of them, I would say, probably is what people already know. But for those who don't go to Disney a lot or never been, I guess these are more for you, or just some things maybe you haven't had picked up on. So Lisa, you have some of the stuff that I gave you. She's entertained with the puppy right now.
Okay.
So these are just some tips and tricks,
Not in any order.
Not in any order. Any order whatsoever.
But the first one we have is to stay away from the extra magic hours, as it's the busiest time.
Yes, we all know if you stay on property, you get the Disney magic hours, that extra hour to 2 hours. So the fact that it looks very enticing that, oh, hey, I get to go to the parks early before everybody else.
Everybody else is
going to go. So it's going to be the busiest time. And that's going to be from the morning to pretty much midday, because everybody's just going to stay there. So I would try to avoid it, to be honest with you. I'd rather just sleep in.
Know who owns the dog? I do.
Lisa does.
In my dream.
In the dreams. This is Liz's dog.
Not for long.
Yeah. Liz is on vacation in California, so we are dog sitting.
We may be keeping.
Yes, exactly. We may be keeping them. You just never know. Hey, puppy.
You want to get down?
I think he wants to get down.
You can get down.
Come, you can get down. Or you just want to sit there? Okay. You just want to sit in between us? Maybe.
Is it? Oh, it's because his blanket's in the...
Oh.
He probably wants to go to
He wants to go to his blanket. That's what he wants to do.
Nope, he just wants to
Come
go
here,
down.
puppy. You can go over the second one if you want, Lisa.
Okay. So, yeah.
Come. Yeah. Go lay on the blanket.
Extra magic hours, busy time.
Busy time. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't recommend it.
Oh, that sun is terrible. Okay. Single rider lines. They are your best friend. Disney only has a few rides with single rider lines.
Not a lot.
Universal
What's up, Trav?
has all single rider lines.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't mind riding by yourself, or I shouldn't say by yourself, but getting split up from your party, you're going to get on the rides way faster. We do that a lot at Disney, at Universal.
We do it a lot. Absolutely. Cuts that time in half.
Yeah.
It really does. I mean, you could do, what's a single rider here in Walt Disney World?
You have...
Smugglers Run now.
Smugglers Run and Test Track.
Yes.
And Rock and Roller Coaster. I think that's it.
I think Expedition has one.
Yes, Expedition does have one.
Yeah, Expedition does have one.
But everything else that Disney doesn't offer single rider, Universal offers it for pretty much everything.
Yeah.
So. Yeah,
trying to get that glare out of the way.
Bright, but watch, because my drink's behind it.
Maybe if I slide this over a little bit. We're professional people. Okay, that seems like it'd be a little better. Disney needs so many more single rider lines. Actually, they do. They need a lot, because that really does help out. That really cuts your time down.
Especially, I think, for these bigger rides, like Avatar Flight of Passage needs a single rider line.
Yes, absolutely. I think that would do very well for a single rider. And for the fact that they put it on Smuggler's Run, they should now opt for
just do it for everything.
FOP. I'm just saying. And I wonder if they're going to do that for Rise of the Resistance. I don't know. They might. Disney has a T-shirt for that.
Yeah,
That's
the
right.
single rider looking for their party too. But that's not because they have single rider lines. That's because you have the single riders that are like jipping everybody going, oh, my dad's up there.
Yeah.
Or like my wife is up there. And then I get to the front of the line. How many are in your party? One.
One. I love those people. They're funny, actually. I do like them. To go for that hard work, I respect them for it.
I respect them. I plan on going by myself in the spring. Single rider is my jam. Yes.
Yeah.
Are you going to Disney though, or are you going to Universal? Because Disney, you won't have many single rider options, like to go in an actual single rider line. They do need more single rider lines. I've seen so many half full boats on Splash Mountain. Oh,
Well, you have the phone to be able to
I
look that.
do.
But I think he was gonna see so many like empty seats
Yeah,
on Splash Mountain.
half full
that's
boats on
true.
Splash are pirates. Fill them boats with singles.
Yeah, absolutely. It would help move people along. Puppy looks like he's gonna sleep again. This dog sleeps all the time.
That's why he's a cat. He is.
Yeah,
he's falling asleep.
He's falling asleep. His eyes are going.
I said he like startles himself.
Yeah.
With all these different lines, I'll think everything move quicker with just one line. They should do an experiment. Hopeful to get to jump ahead a little, going solo part of my trip next week. Help would immensely with guest flow.
Oh, absolutely. I would help with the flow because that's the biggest problem.
But I understand what randomness is saying too, is like if everybody's just in one line instead of fast pass and things, it might actually move a little quicker because even with the ones that don't have single rider, like they'll stop the standby line at a certain section because there's a section of the lines that the two converge. So then they have to let so many fast pass people go, and then they'll stop the fast pass, and then they'll let so many standby, and then like they just keep going back and forth. So he may have a point.
Yeah, he may have a point.
May. Is your hair cold or color acceptable at your job? No.
I wear a hat. And this is only like a semi. This isn't a full. This washes out in like 8 washes. You know, so I'm experimenting because I have an idea for a Halloween costume when we do Mickey's Not So Scary. He is falling asleep. So yes, I have an idea for it. So this washes out. So I'm playing with different colors. And like I said, this washes out completely in like 8 washes. So it's nothing crazy.
Yeah.
I wear a hat.
I wear a hat.
I do. I have to wear a hat.
Well, you have to.
Yeah, I have to.
Oh, yeah. Robert said Disney doesn't do things that make sense. They do things that make sense.
Yeah.
Like CENTS.
Well, that's true.
And Mark said he did the single rider line on Smuggler's Run during the extra magic hours and basically had no wait.
Exactly. You just go on it. But you don't get to like choose your position that you want to do. And which I get because you're a single rider, you have to fill the area.
Well, and just like any other ride that's not necessarily a position, but like if you're a single rider, like you can't say like, oh, can I have the back? Or, oh, can I have the front?
That's what
like,
I mean.
Well, but you were talking more about smugglers with like.
No, that's true, yeah. You
Your
don't get
like,
to pick up anything.
No, you just go where they have the empty seat.
Yeah, and if you're fine with that, go with the single.
Yeah.
You know, it don't matter. Especially when you ride them so many times, it's actually nice doing a single because you might be in positions that you never were before, so you might get a different experience and might be something like, oh, hey, you know, let's do the middle of this ride. It's actually pretty cool. It has a lot more shaking. You know, It could be anything.
And at like Universal, since we use the single rider line a lot at that amusement park, even though we ride single rider, so we're not sitting right next to each other, a lot of times we still get on the same ride.
Yeah.
I mean, a few times, like one of us will get on the ride right before the other one, but you know, it's not like we're having to wait forever for the other one to get off.
Exactly.
So.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So let's move on to another little tip. And these tips, like I said, you might already know them, but this is for people who don't go a lot or going for first time. More generally, this video is for you.
Yeah. Mobile food ordering. Any place that offers mobile food ordering, take advantage of it because you don't have to wait in the line. We've done it where we've gone to like, oh, we're really hungry, and you think like, oh, well, you need to like order like hours in advance. You don't. Like, it'll ask you what time you would like it to pick up, and one of the times is as soon as possible. So
There's nothing.
you get to skip that entire line of people that is waiting to order their food because then they have a separate line for the mobile order pickup.
And there's nothing more terrible than waiting in line with a significant other, being a man, woman, whatever it is, and having them hangry, and you're waiting in a line, because then it's just, they're going to be rude to you. Lisa does that a lot to me. And she's like, shut up, I'm just hungry. When are we going to eat?
I was actually, my coworker,
She does that all the time.
I was on my way out of work today, and one of the other employees like stopped me to like let me know something that was going on. And she just kind of like looked at me, because it always seems like the days that she has to like get in touch with me the most are the days that I'm really busy and I like keep putting off lunch to the point where like I'm hangry and I'm snapping, and then usually after I eat then I go back and I'm like, I'm sorry, Leslie, I was really hangry.
I was just hangry.
I was just
so
hangry.
We have to apologize for everything. Me, I don't get that way. Even when I'm hangry, I don't say anything. I just, well, because what am I going to do?
I just...
So the point of the moral of the story is go with the
Mobile
mobile
order.
It's your best friend. And Disney, I think almost all of them now have mobile.
Almost. I mean, and we're talking about quick service.
Quick
I
service.
mean, if you want to sit down, they don't do the mobile ordering for that.
No, obviously.
But that's when you do reservations.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Discounted ticket purchases, aka undercover tourist. We used that a lot before we moved down here. So,
because everybody always talks about is the astronomical prices that Disney keeps putting up every year, and undercover tourist is still. I look at their prices today just because I haven't done that in so long, and their prices are still. It may not be a lot, but it's still going to save you like $20 on the gate, $15-$20 on the gate.
I want to quick go back and answer. Oh, someone just answered it for you. Me anyway. Okay, well there you go, Amanda. She asked, "Do you mobile order through the app?"
Yes,
you do that.
Yes,
but
the Disney My Experience app is your best friend. That has everything that you need on it.
Yeah, everything you need.
It just it's terrible because it's slow and it crashes a lot.
But like if you're like a first time visitor, so you don't know where everything is, not only does it have a map, but if you're like at one attraction and let's say like your fast pass is coming up, like that app will give you walking directions.
Yeah, if you don't know.
From where you're at to where you need, you know, where you're planning on going.
That is if it's your first time, like I said, make sure you have that Disney My Experience app. Absolutely, make sure you have it.
Mark wants to know, well, first he said it was great bumping into you at the warehouse last week.
Nice meeting you as well.
He said he saw your post a few days later about the manager not letting people line up. Is that still going on, or are they letting people line up again?
No, they are. I went today, so there will be a warehouse video tomorrow. I feel like I haven't done the warehouse in so long.
Well, I think it's because you always go on your days off. And because you were off Friday, but you were doing so much running around, you skipped that day. So I think that's why it felt like it's been forever since I've been at the warehouse.
But to answer Mark's question, because I was there today, I did wait in the line. It was like maybe like 8:45-ish, and I had my headphones on, so I was sitting against the wall, and I probably was about maybe like 17 people there or so. So the manager did come out and say they were not letting anybody line up at the door until 9 o'clock. So they let you wait in line out front of the store an hour before opening. Anytime before that, you know,
you just kind of have to.
You just kind of like move out the way. So pretty funny what everybody did. I sat on a bench, you know, and just waited till 9 o'clock. Actually, I really didn't know what time because I was watching YouTube videos. But it was funny. I lost my spot because I didn't think the whole group of people, like this other 17 people, were going to walk literally 3 feet to the side and just stand in a random line that they just made. So I'm like sitting behind them on a bench and I'm like, dude, I just lost my spot. And then and when manager came out, I was like, okay, everybody can line up. Then they just shifted 3 feet back in their spot. I'm like, damn, I lost my spot like by like 5 people. I had to keep going back.
Puppy, you woke up?
9 o'clock. Can't line up any earlier.
You woke up?
As of right now, that's what I'm seeing.
He woke up.
He woke up. I probably startled him.
No, he woke up. He had a scratch.
Ah, well, you know.
All right, next tip. Rent a stroller from an off-site vendor. This can save you up to 65% versus if you go to the park and you rent a stroller from Disney. Plus, if you rent a stroller from Disney, you are renting it from that park. So if you're park hopping, you then have to rent another stroller at the next park. The strollers stay with the parks.
Yeah, but I wonder though, because we don't have kids, so I never really test that theory. I wonder if they keep you a receipt, kind of like when you park.
Like when you pay for parking. Yeah.
Like if you show them that receipt, that you're good for the day.
So you might be.
I would imagine you have to, because I can't see them saying, "Oh, I don't know what, like $80 at each if you're parked." So that'd be double dipping almost in a sense. Yeah, that would be double dipping. That would be cool.
If you want your kids to be happy, rent from an outside vendor, because I'm telling you, those Disney strollers are nothing but hard plastic.
Yeah.
You can't, like your sister did that, where she rented a stroller from an off-site vendor, and it was a nice stroller.
It was a
where
really nice
our
stroller.
niece could be comfortable when she was sitting in it, and not in that hard plastic.
And I think she only rented it for like maybe like $30.
For like the week.
Yeah, for like a week.
It was really,
you know, but that's, you know, convenient if you have a car, but you could always Uber to these places. There's one, I think, like 3 to 5 miles off Disney property.
There's one, I think, right at where the outlets are.
Yeah, there's
there's also
a stroller and scooter.
Yeah, I was gonna say people who need scooters.
Yeah, same thing.
My phone's not.
Get them there as well. What'd you do?
I don't know.
Your phone's weird. But that's what I would do. Just exit out it. Lisa's having difficulties on her phone.
I am. I just want it to go back to... There we go.
Sorry, she's trying to keep up on comments.
And Phil also said EVC, which is an off-site lender, they'll deliver to you. And I actually think that's how it's... I think that's true for most of them.
I think they do.
They will deliver to your resort.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nice.
Oh, and Mark said, yes, if you keep your receipt, you're good for the day.
That's what I figured. Because that'd be double dipping.
But still, those strollers do not look comfortable.
Yeah, and you're paying a lot of money. So save yourself some money and call these places that are like 3-5 miles outside of Disney property. Like Lisa said, and somebody else commented, they'll probably deliver to your hotel.
Yeah.
I wouldn't see why not.
Someone said, can you do the same with scooters for disabled people? Yes.
Yes, you can do exactly the same.
We see the one at the outlets, they advertise it.
Oh yeah, big time.
Rentals,
big time advertisement.
If you have a scooter, can you cut to the front of the lines? If so, I sense a limp in my future. No.
No.
You cannot. I think a lot of people believe that they can.
That is a myth.
That's a myth. You still have to finagle your scooter throughout the line. Now, the only way, and you're not really skipping the entire line, but like rides that the lines have stairs.
Yeah, you get to.
Then you are go on the elevator. And that happens a lot at Universal.
You're not skipping the line, but it probably does move you ahead a little bit. Yeah. But not by much.
But that happens more at Universal. They have a lot of lines where you have to go upstairs.
Disney's a lot better with that. It's more ramps.
Yeah, they do more ramps.
So they're a lot nicer with that.
Well, I think too with Universal, because they have a lot of indoor rides where their lines are also indoors. So stairs just made more sense. So right next to the stairs, then they have the elevator.
Yes.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on. Adults can order kids' meals.
Yes, a lot of people think you cannot do that. I hear a lot of people online, adults say, oh, I wish I could just eat the kids' stuff. It's so much cheaper. It's almost like half the price.
Or like sometimes or if they're not that hungry or, they just want something simple. Like I think at a
lot of people think they can't do that.
And at a lot of these places, the kids' meals can be very similar to the adult meals, but sometimes the kids have a completely different section. Like there's one place like kids
spaghetti.
can get spaghetti or cheese quesadillas. Like that's not even offered at all under the adult. Yeah. But you can order.
You can definitely order it,
and so that's cheaper.
Very good for saving money in your pocket or keeping money in your wallet, and also for those who maybe be on diets and they're watching calories and
Yeah.
things like that. Because the kids get more of a healthier option.
They do. Like all the adult meals, like when it comes with a side, it's like a side of fries, side
Fruit.
of tater tots. But the kids, it's
Usually a fruit.
like the apple slices.
You get like apple juice or milk or water.
Yeah.
Which is better than a soda.
Yeah.
You know.
I mean, adults do have the option to not get a soda as well, but
you know what I mean. Sometimes it's definitely geared if you're looking into health and
Disney,
saving money. You can do it.
Yeah, and Disney will abide by like, I don't want to say the law, but like almost like the guidelines for a kid's nutrition.
Yes,
So
they follow that
they...
pretty closely to a kid's nutritional values.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
You're fine. You're still playing with your phone?
I am. All right. Oh, Phil even said also you can order adult a la carte, no fries, saves $2 or $3. The problem is though is I typically go for whatever comes with the fries because I want the fries.
She wants the fries more than anything.
Yeah, that's why I don't do
But
that.
yeah, I mean, we do that too. Like when we go into the land sometimes, and I might be craving a salad. The only salad place that they have there comes with chicken. It's like a chicken Caesar, and we don't eat meat, so we've done that before.
Yeah,
We've asked them without the chicken, and it does save you maybe like $2.
Yeah, and
But
the
it
nice
saves.
thing though is like, I guess because they have a lot of people that just want a Caesar salad without the chicken, they don't mix the chicken in until you order it.
Yeah,
So it's separated, so that's nice.
it is nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Moving on.
So yes, adults, you can order kids.
On with some more food tips. Bring your own snacks.
Everybody should know that one.
Yeah.
But we can't stress that enough.
We don't do it as much now that we
used
live
to.
here, but I think it's because we don't typically spend the entire day at the parks.
No.
So before we moved here, when I would do my grocery shopping and it was coming up to our vacation, I would go to the grocery store and I would buy like packs of those like single serve snacks, so whether chips, pretzels, whatever it might be. And I would just take that down with us, and then each day I would put a few of those in my bag. And we would kind of live off of those, and then usually like one quick service for the week.
Exactly.
Get breakfast bars for breakfast, like just makes things easier.
Yes. Or if you have a
cheaper.
car, I would suggest going off property, maybe like a mile down the road, and hit a buffet that is half the price of your Disney meal, family meal, and fill up on that stuff. That's what we do.
One of our favorite places to eat, which not everyone's gonna enjoy, because as your mom would call it, it's the healthy place.
It's a healthy place.
Is Sweet Tomatoes, and it is pretty much a soup and salad buffet. And that is literally right across the street from Disney Springs area.
And it's $11
from Disney property.
It's $11. So Lisa and I will go to the warehouse in the morning. After the warehouse, we go right to Sweet Tomatoes.
And I get coupons, so then it makes it
so
even
it's like
cheaper.
$11. Our total, usually with the tax, is like $21 for 2 people in a buffet.
And it's an all-you-can-eat soup and salad buffet.
And then we'll load up on that, and then we'll be like, all right, let's go to the parks. And then we walk it up, but we don't buy anything. If anything, we'll buy like a water, but that's about it. And most of the time we don't do that because we'll go to Starbucks.
And we'll get our coffee.
So that's the other tip that we didn't have on there, but there you go. If you go into Starbucks, usually right off to the side, they'll have a little ice fountain.
Yeah, ice water fountain.
And just cups that are decent size.
Now, they do have a sign that says you cannot refill your water bottles.
Well, people do anyways.
Yeah. But the other nice thing, though, about anywhere, really, but
any Disney
if
property.
you go anywhere on Disney property, like eating-wise, and you ask for a cup of ice water, they give you the kid-size cup, which really irks me because, like, I want the full cup, but I get why they're doing it because they want you to purchase their $3.50.
But if you're
bottle
like
water.
dehydrated, they can't say no.
No.
They'll give you free water.
But if you go to Starbucks, you can choose any size ice water you want, and it's still free.
Yeah, the venti, the grande, the tall.
On those really hot days when we stop at Starbucks for our coffee, I'm double fisting. I have my venti coffee with my venti ice water.
Exactly, and then she'll hold on to the cup and just keep filling that up because that's a pretty sturdy plastic.
Yeah.
And it's not going to rip apart.
Constantly replace the straw.
Yeah. I hate those straws.
Yeah.
I don't even use those paper straws. Lisa's always like, do you need a straw? No. I'll just drink out of the cup and let the ice hit my mouth.
We usually
I
try
hate
to
those
remember
straws.
to bring plastic straws with us.
Yeah, sometimes we do that. Not all the time.
Because we forget.
I forget. But it's true.
But it's always like, and usually if we forget, we'll remember like as we get there.
Yes.
Crap, we didn't bring the...
Yeah. So, moving on.
All right. Or, Past Holder Trav said, or just get that cast member at studios that gives the free large sodas.
That's right. That is true. And it was funny because Travis saw the video that I put out, thanking a cast member, for a soda. And it was a big soda. It wasn't like your normal big cups. It was a big, big cup. And Travis texted me and he's like, dude, I got a free soda at that same place too. And he was describing like this woman that he got it from. And I was like, that was probably the same one that I had. Because it was so spot on. I was at Hollywood Studios today. I should have went there to see if I could try it. Because that was so funny. She was just like, it's on me. Here you go. I was like, really?
Someone said they saw a sneaky teenage girl refill her small Coke bottle with more Coke. Why not?
I mean, if you can sneak it, I don't condone that, but I'm not going to, if I was younger, I would try it too. See if it works. I'm not saying go do it, but curiosity would kill my cat. I probably would think about trying it to see. Just to see.
All right, next. Tony says to pack an umbrella, not a poncho.
Correct.
I would typically agree. Except my umbrella got stolen, so...
We haven't replaced your umbrella yet since the food and wine incident. If you guys didn't watch that video, Lisa accidentally left her umbrella somewhere between Africa and India, we think. And
we got it to Mexico when I realized
Mickey, Disney
it's
umbrella.
It's one I got from the warehouse. It was an all over Mickey umbrella. You've probably seen it in some of our other videos when it's raining out. And it had been raining that day, so I'd gotten it out and it had stopped. But because it was so wet, I didn't want to put it back in my backpack, so I had it around my wrist. But each time we went to eat, I would set it down. And we both remembered I picked it up after we were done eating at Germany, but then we couldn't remember if I picked it up in Africa or if I had left it there, or the same, India was I think the last stop. So ponchos are a lot cheaper. Well, if you're not buying the Disney ones, that's another save. People like, oh, we need a poncho, and they're in Disney or they're in Universal, so they're like, yeah, let's get the Disney or Universal ponchos.
Don't waste your money.
You're spending like $8 to $10 for a piece of plastic to put over you when it rains, and you could go to Walmart or Target, Publix,
and buy it for like $1 or $2.
Yeah, and buy it for $1 or $2.
Yeah. So don't waste your time with that.
Like, if you're gonna if you'd rather use a poncho than an umbrella, which I get, your hands are free then. Don't fall into but I need the Disney logo on the back, or I need the Universal logo on the back.
Just take a spray can and spray paint that on them. Yeah. The reason why I say umbrella over poncho is because it's Florida. It gets hot. It gets sticky. So I don't like that feeling of a poncho, like, suction to me. I don't like that feeling. So that's why I say just stick with the umbrella. But if you have to get a poncho, go to Publix or Walmart or wherever.
Yeah.
And bring them down with you on your Disney trip, because it does rain in Florida practically every day.
Even Pass Holder Trav, he said he got his poncho from Walmart for pretty much $3.
Yeah.
And it's way nicer than Disney.
And they're a lot more sturdier too.
Yeah.
They hold up a lot better. Yeah, just do that.
So, all right. Sign up for a character wake-up call. It's free, people, and it's like a nice thing to do for your kids. Get them excited.
Yeah, it's at your hotel. Most people don't think about that because it's not really promoted as much. But when you get to your hotel and you check in, you can request that Mickey, or you'll get a Goofy or whatever, give a wake-up call to your kids. Now, it's the only thing that's the downside of that is if you do one every day, you're going to get the same message. Those or the same character. But that changes every week. So for 1 week straight, you'll have like the same message from the same character. The next week will change. But it would be nice to do like for the kids at least like once on your trip. They'll get really excited. I would recommend the next morning when they wake up. And it's, like Lisa said, it's free. A lot of people forget that
There's
or don't
even-
even realize you can do that.
You can even get the characters, and you don't have to be on Disney property to do this next one. You can have the Disney characters call your home and wish your kids a good night.
Yeah, that's going on again right now. Yeah, and that's free.
You just dial the number, and then it'll ask like, which character you want. I think there's usually like 4 choices.
Something like that.
And then that character will.
And it's fun.
Yeah.
Why not do it? Kids will love it. We're all about the kids.
All right.
Yeah.
Souvenir room delivery is free. So this works at any of your gift shops on Disney property. The warehouse does not deliver to your resort.
Because I get that question a lot from people, so I just kind of wanted to put that out there. Some people asked me if the warehouse will deliver to their Disney hotel. No, they don't. However, they will deliver and ship to your home.
And that's what I was about to get at, which all the gift shops inside Disney property will do. It does cost money, but it is pretty cheap for what they charge to ship. I mean,
and the warehouse does it as well.
Yeah, the warehouse does it well. I know when my sister came down last year, she was doing a lot of like Christmas shopping at Disney for all of our nieces and nephews. She bought stuff, from Disney Springs, from the parks, and then even from the warehouse. And she would request, because obviously she doesn't, like, what's the point of packing it in your suitcase? You can just have it sent right to the house.
Yeah.
And I think like she bought like 10 to 15 items that one time at the warehouse, and I think she paid like $4
for maybe nothing more than a $5
from Orlando to Philly.
Yeah.
So it's
and I couldn't believe that price.
Yeah.
It's so cheap.
And I did that with certain Christmas gifts too for our nieces and nephews. I had it shipped to my parents' house and then just told them to keep an eye out for the boxes.
Yeah. So warehouse will not ship to your Disney hotel, but they will ship it to your house. Got it? Got it.
Phil is sharing a pro tip that he does not take the Ticket and Transportation Center over to the Magic Kingdom in the afternoon or evening. He'll go to a resort and take their buses. That's a very good idea. The only downfall is if it is a holiday, a lot of times the resorts are booked to capacity and they won't let you. So there was one time we were going to go to Wilderness Lodge, not to just park our car and go to a resort.
We were actually going to, we planned a video.
Yeah, we were planning on doing a scavenger hunt there. And I think it was like Labor Day. It was some weekend, holiday weekend. And they had said that because they were at capacity, the only people allowed to come and park were either guests
or if you
dinner reservations, stuff like that. We were not allowed to park there. So yeah, I mean, it all depends.
So if that happens,
tip, I would say if you are going to go to a resort for Magic Kingdom, try to do one of the monorail resorts because
Contemporary
you could take a bus, you can take a monorail.
Polynesian, you could just walk if you wanted to.
You mean Contemporary?
Well, Contemporary and Polynesian, you could walk.
You're not walking from the Polynesian to the park. That's a long walk.
Travis and Jason and I did that.
That was from Ticket and Transportation Center.
Oh, that's true.
We're avoiding Ticket and Transportation Center.
I'm sorry. We're avoiding Ticket and Transportation. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But Contemporary is a 5-minute walk to the park.
Yeah.
So my advice would be to try to get in at one of those resorts. Wilderness is another one because they have a boat as well as the bus. If you can't do those, I would try to recommend going then to, some of the moderate resorts if you can. The only reason I'm saying this is we always would stay at value resorts, and we have nothing against the value resorts. We love them there. But their buses don't come as frequently.
No, not a lot.
So, yeah. Also, yes, you could go to Disney Springs and take the buses.
Yeah.
But yeah. So next tip. Best character dining.
Now this isn't like strictly our opinion. This is like the overall, and I find it to be true from different Disney groups, and they really say these are your best.
Chef Mickey, which is inside the Contemporary.
Which is like the best.
That is like, I feel like the most popular one because it has your typical Disney characters. You're gonna have your Mickey, Minnie, Goofy, Daisy, Donald. Then I can't talk. Another one is Cape May. I need my drink. And the other big one is Ohana. Ohana is...
That's mainly more breakfast.
Yeah, Ohana's a big one for breakfast. I actually did the Ohana one. I really enjoyed it. It's inside the Polynesian. And obviously, because it's inside the Polynesian, you're getting more of your Lilo and Stitch. Yes, you do get some of your original characters, but that one, I would think they would put Moana in there now.
You would think they would, actually, but hey, maybe one day.
Yeah.
Maybe one day.
Oh, someone said about doing the Chippendale s'mores. Yeah, that's at the campgrounds. Hoop-Dee-Doo Review is not a character dining, but it's like a dinner and a show. I recommend that. That was a really fun show.
Yeah, I think kids would love that. Oh, I think they would love the show that goes on at Polynesian. The night show.
Oh, that's not with the character dining, but yeah, with the fire throwers.
But just like, that's what we're talking about now.
Yeah. All right, moving on. Plan to ride the big rides when others are watching the fireworks or the parades. Both of these are excellent times to ride the rides. I understand people want to see the parades. I understand people want to watch the fireworks. And I would highly recommend doing that if you're a first-time visitor. If you're someone, though, that has already seen the parades or has already seen the fireworks, that is your time to go ride the rides. That is when the wait times are going to be at their lowest because everyone is watching either the parade, the fireworks, whatever's going on.
Yeah.
My family would do that all the time. I mean, we would jump on, like Space Mountain, like all the big name attractions and get on at a short time. You and I would do that, and like Pirates of the Caribbean was a complete walk-on.
Oh, absolutely. And you would have pretty much the boat yourself.
Yeah, because everyone's out watching the fireworks.
Yeah.
So, what's he eating?
I don't know. Puppy's after something. Hey, what are you doing? Come here. Come here. Come here. Right, you can keep going this one.
He doesn't want to eat his food. He wants the human food. Nope. Oh, he's eating.
What are you, that bougie? You're only going to eat out of my hand? You jerk.
He's hoity-toity because he lives in Florida. Why don't you just bring... Oh, because the other side has the water in it.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to keep going. Sorry,
going.
I am...
Trying to feed the dog.
Yeah, and I'm distracted by the dog. So, the next tip is cool off at Magic Kingdom. These are attractions / rides that are air conditioned and their wait times are usually low throughout the entire day. Filler Magic, which is in Fantasyland. Monsters Inc., which is in Tomorrowland. Country Bear Jamboree, which is in Frontierland. And the dreaded Carousel of Progress, which is also in Tomorrowland. I hate Carousel of Progress, but I will say it does get you 20 to 30 minutes out of the heat. So I get it, why people do it, but ugh, that ride is terrible. Someone said the dog's so sassy.
The dog is sassy.
Guess who said it?
Robert.
Yeah. I love how like he'll take the food and then he'll go like drop it somewhere else.
Yeah.
And then eat it. Like you can't just eat it out of the bowl.
I think it's the first time he's eaten today.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
All right, next tip. Watch the fireworks at Magic Kingdom with no crowds. Watch them in front of Dumbo. So this is a great area to watch the fireworks. Granted, you are not in front of the castle, so you're not going to necessarily see everything that's being projected onto the castle. But it's a great... If you don't mind that, that is like a perfect area to watch the fireworks. It's low crowds. Because everyone's obviously Main Street USA. The other tip I just thought of, kind of going along with parade / fireworks, Parades. So, especially at Magic Kingdom for their fantasy or their festival fantasy parade. Everyone lines up on Main Street USA. And I get it, you know, perfect pictures with the castle in the background and all the floats coming up. The best area to watch that parade is Frontierland. It is where the parade starts. So you're going to be the first ones to see it as it's coming and the first ones as it's ending. So that way you can continue to get
to your Pirates
to
or
your
Splash
ride.
Mountain.
Or really
Big
anywhere
Thunder.
else in the park, you're just going to have to finagle a detour route.
Yeah,
if
but
it's going in
you're first in, first out.
Yeah, and it's less crowded than what it is on on Main Street USA. And you can't think like, for example, the parade starts at 3:00. So you can't think like, well, I know since it's only starting in Frontierland at 3, like I could wait till 3:30 to go to and set up at Main Street USA. Like people are setting up Main Street USA, saving their spots an hour before the parade starts. And then you have to think like it takes typically like 20 to 30 minutes for that parade to then get to their spot. So
Absolutely.
again, Frontierland or even Liberty Square is a good
That's
place.
your ideal place.
That's your
to be.
ideal place to watch the parade. So, yeah. Get off the streets. Avoid the crowds. Everyone, especially Main Street USA, you know, everyone's walking down the actual street, and on either side of Main Street USA, there are sidewalks.
And they're not that busy.
And they're usually less crowded than the streets because you also have to think there's vendors in the streets. There's photo ops in the streets. So even like as you're walking down and you're like,
and it's
all
funny.
of the castle, you're constantly having to move around people. You get up on the sidewalk and you're just moving.
I hear so many people sometimes, you know, when like parades end or whatever and they're trying to go and everybody's now walking the streets again. They're like, oh, I can't like walk fast because there's all these crowds of people. But like, I'll walk to the sidewalk after hearing it and I'm just walking normal.
Or like you walk through the gift shops on Main Street.
I think what it is, and I thought about this today when I was writing this list, and I think it's part of our subconscious or subconscious that says we have to walk on a street because all of our life we've been taught don't walk in the middle of the street because the cars always use the sidewalk, and the fact that now at Disney we're allowed to walk on the street, so it's like I'm allowed to walk on the street. I'm going to walk on the street.
Yeah.
Maybe, and then forgetting those sidewalks.
But yeah, I mean,
use the sidewalks.
I even use the gift shops.
And the gift shops.
Like the Emporium, that entire gift shop takes up that entire, if you're looking at the castle, the left side of Main Street USA. You can literally walk in where Casey's Corner's at and walk through the gift shop all the way out to the front of the park. The other side, some of the gift shops are connected inside. Sometimes you'll have to get out and then go back in another, but it, you know, gets rid of crowds. So, hi.
Hi, Aaron.
Phil also has a tip. If you have a Target Red card, load up on Disney gift cards. You can save.
I've heard that.
Saving 5% does add up. Every $1,000 spent is $50 back. I've heard that. We don't have a Target Red card.
No, but I've heard that before.
So.
All right, moving on.
Moving on.
Almost done.
We're almost done. Oh, go to a store and grab glow paint. This is a great idea because you can paint yourself.
Or your kids.
Or your kids.
You know, whatever.
Your kids would rather you do it with them, but for us childless millennials, I could paint myself and then walk into Pandora at night.
Yeah.
Because Pandora is all about
black light. So you're going to glow.
So you get to glow and it'll be just like in the movie.
Yeah. So you, your kids, or just yourself, get glow paint, go at night, Pandora, and you'll be shining. I think that's a really fun tip, actually.
Yeah.
I think
We've never done it, but
I think the kids would love it too. Because they'll be like, because you paint them and they're not really going to see it so much.
And then all of a sudden
it's like, oh.
And I think to make it more exciting is to not tell them specifically what's going to happen and then wait to enter Pandora until it's dark out. So that way, like all of a sudden they can glow.
I think it's a really cool tip.
Yeah. Last tip. So at Hollywood Studios, your go-to destinations in the morning are to go to Star Tours, Tower of Terror, or Toy Story Mania. As again, if you're at the park early. The reason this is everyone that's there early automatically typically will go to Rock and Roller Coaster or Slinky. Or now Smuggler's Run now that that's open.
Yeah.
So
hit the other ones up
other ones up first. Try to get fast passes for those other things.
Yeah.
So that way you don't have to fight the crowd in the morning.
That's the best thing. Try to get fast pass for the big ticket rides, and then when you get there early, hit the other rides instead, because everybody else is going for those big tickets, and you won't have to because you have fast passes.
Yeah, and if
this is how you get a lot of the rides done.
And if you don't have fast passes, I feel like he's heading back to his bedroom.
His room that he stays.
His room.
His
I don't
bedroom.
know why he would want to go back there. But if you can't get fast passes, again, like we said earlier, parades, fireworks, those are the times then again to try to get on those rides. The wait times are going to be at their lowest.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just gonna double check him real quick.
I think he went in his bedroom. The bedroom that he like gives us the guilt trip about when we put him in there.
Just hanging out. What you doing, pup? What you doing?
Come on. Ooh,
Good. This isn't the couch he normally goes on.
Yeah. Can you say bye to everyone?
No, hold on. Got one more thing.
Oh, well.
One more thing for you guys. I know we've been boring you. We've been on this thing for almost an hour now. So, as title that I put on Facebook and everything else, Lisa's home, so we got to talk to Lisa a little bit about our trip from Philly. We gave you the tips and tricks. Now, something that I've done today that everybody has been asking for us to do, especially on the Tip of the Ears Facebook page, we finally have a P.O. box. Finally. It's official.
Finally.
Today. Official. And it's something I've been wanting to do for a little while because everybody helped out with it. Like, I thanked everybody many times on Facebook, I think in video as well. Thank you again, you guys. You didn't have to, but very humbling. Thank you so much for helping out. So we now officially have that. Like I said, I've been wanting to do it, but being that the post office closed between like 3, 4 o'clock in the afternoon and getting home from work, like I'm not gonna make it. And the days that I work the night, I could go in the morning, but I'm working on videos and other things. And then the other day,
traffic is so unpredictable.
exactly.
In the mornings.
And then we've been having the dog, so I don't want to leave the dog home alone so long.
No, we don't.
I haven't done it. So today I finally did it. So we have a P.O. box, and that P.O. box is, if you want to write this down, nobody is obligated to give us anything since we have this. We're testing out, this is a 6-month trial thing, because that's what our goal was for. It was only for the 6 months. So nobody's obligated to give us anything. You don't have to. But if you choose and you want to send a card or something, that's nice. You know, Christmas is coming up. We like Christmas cards. The address is P.O. Box 3877, Haines City, Florida.
You might want to spell that.
Haines, if I have to. Haines. City, Florida, 33845. That is P.O. Box 3877, Haines City, Florida, 33845. That,
I feel
like one of those infomercials?
Yeah.
Maybe. If you guys don't know what that, didn't catch what I said, in the description of this video, and in all the other videos that will have the description, it will have the address written on there. You don't have to send anything, but I did it for you guys because it was something that you wanted. So it's something that we are giving to you. Testing it out. Putting our little feelers out there. And I think that's about it.
Is that it?
Is that it, puppy? What do you think? That's it? He looks at me like,
got bad breath.
well, he's been eating dog food. Dog food doesn't smell the best. Just saying. All right. I think that's going to be it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the tips. Password Trev says, I work at the PO and literally rent boxes daily. You think I'd have one already, and I don't. I feel your procrastination pain tone. I'm telling you, I'm one of the biggest procrastinators out there. One of them. I'm sure there's people worse than me. I don't know.
I was pretty bad.
Yeah, you've gotten better. I'm still terrible.
No, I was really only bad at procrastinating when it came to school. Like college, I would have 20-page papers to write, and I would either write them the night before or the morning that they were due. I did well on them though, so I can't complain.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I don't see any other questions, so I think that's going to be it. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the tips. I hope they help out on your next vacation, your next trip, next visit. We'll have more tips. I'll post on the Facebook page, you know, just random sporadically. And we'll see you next time, guys. Vlog Benito.
Benito, say bye.
Bye.